According to the Battery Council International, 84% of automotive battery users discard their batteries prematurely. This means that many of us end up changing our batteries more often than we have to. We spend more money and damage the environment with more batteries thrown away every single day. This is all due to a chemical reaction within automotive batteries, which form a crystallized layer over battery plates. This process, also known as sulfation, eats away your battery's performance. Eventually, your batteries will die before its time. Now, with the Infinitum Desulfator, this damaging process can be reversed, providing you with the best possible performance, up to 3 times more lifespan, saving you hundreds or even thousands of your hard-earned money. The Infinitum Desulfator generates an electrical pulse that shatters the crystal formation within batteries, returning essential chemical compounds required for your battery's performance and longevity. With thousands of satisfied Infinitum users in over 47 nations worldwide, you too can enjoy the benefits of this revolutionary technology developed by NASA and used in the US military. Infinitum Battery Desulfators. Own one today.
Stop throwing your money away on disposable air filters. One K&N washable air filter can be cleaned every 50,000 miles and can last the life of your car. Made from cotton, a K&N washable air filter allows more airflow than disposable filters. Better airflow means better engine response. Install one in 5 minutes. Better value, better performance, and better for the environment. K&N, available where auto parts are sold.
This K&N air
I'm Nora. I've been working for Advanced Power Systems International, the manufacturer of the Fitch Fuel Catalyst, for about 14 years now. When Fitch comes in contact with fuel, it creates a molecular change in the fuel. And this change improves fuel quality, suppresses bacteria growth, which makes the combustion process much more complete. You should expect somewhere between 200 horsepower to 300 horsepower, or somewhere between 30 to 40 miles per gallon increase. Just kidding. Back to reality. Somewhere between 1 to 2.5 miles per gallon is the norm across the board. Keep in mind, our product simply improves fuel quality. So when you feed an engine a better quality of fuel, an engine will respond positively. So it's fuel economy, it's an ability to take a vehicle that runs on premium octane fuel to use a lower octane fuel, which will save someone between 15 to 25 cents per gallon, lower emissions, and overall engine performance. And besides, the product is also warranted for 250,000 miles, so this is something you only really have to install once. You should be mechanically inclined to install this or find a mechanic to install it, but it's pretty simple. It takes about 15 minutes to 45 minutes to install. This is our typical unit, and a popular mounting area for this is the brake master cylinder stud. It comes with these 90-degree fittings, which simply attach to these right here on our hoses that are included in the Fitch kit. And then, once they are connected, you locate your OEM fuel lines. You separate the male and female quick connect on the OEM fuel lines. Our kit comes with male and female quick connects. You simply snap them together, very simple, and you're done.
The primary purpose of an engine cooling system is to keep temperatures under control. However, these systems are often challenged by the fact that they use mostly water as a base for coolants. Consequences of using a water-based coolant include low boiling points, excessive vapor, the corrosion of engine components, and the highly toxic nature of ethylene glycol-based coolants. Although we've come to expect that engines and cooling systems will eventually fail us, Coolants offered by companies like Evans Cooling Systems are proving an ability to offset all these challenges.
Engines need to last longer, as do all the components of the engine cooling system, while operating more efficiently and improving fuel economy. Our Evans waterless non-corrosive coolants will do that and lead to vehicles with failure-free lifetime cooling systems. Those lifetime cooling systems will ultimately save individuals, companies, fleets in the U.S. untold billions of dollars.
Jack Evans is the inventor of Evans Waterless Engine Coolant. What's unique about his coolant is that it's the only kind to not contain any water, allowing it to cool engines no matter how high the load without ever needing to be replaced.
According to industry sources, 40% of engine maintenance problems are due to cooling system failures. That's because the boiling point of water serves as the point of failure to those systems. Water vapor clings to the surface of the engine and continues to build, forming an insulating barrier, and as temperatures continue to rise, that vapor barrier causes detonation within the cylinder.
Evans waterless coolants have boiling points much higher than conventional coolants, and therefore never accumulate vapor pockets which cause overheating. The coolant can accommodate more severe temperature, as the boiling point is 170 degrees higher than the operating temperature of the engine.
Evans non-aqueous coolants do completely eliminate all the problems that normally occur with water-based coolants. Evans coolants operate at a lower, safer pressure, avoid corrosion, eliminate overheating, and keep metal temperatures under control.
As opposed to water-based coolants that have to be changed periodically, Evans coolants last forever, never requiring a change, chemical testing, nor adjustment of anti-corrosion additives. This not only saves on cost to replace coolant, pumps, radiators, and hoses, it also reduces the disposal of coolant as a hazardous waste. Furthermore, because Evans coolant is essentially non-toxic, its use could potentially eliminate the release of deadly poison responsible for the deaths of hundreds of people as well as tens of thousands of animals and pets.
Increases in federal emission standards for vehicles challenge the automotive industry to lower fuel consumption and the disposal of fluids. Evans coolants last the life of the engine, eliminating the need for periodic disposal. It also reduces emissions by decreasing fuel use. Our coolants could drop the levels of CO2 and reduce emissions of diesel trucks by as much as 8 to 9%.
Even though the job of a coolant is, of course, to cool the engine, Evans coolant is capable of improving fuel economy as well. As great as the benefits of Evans coolants are, they're not exclusive to cars and trucks. The same benefits come in any form of internal combustion engine, whether it be locomotives, airplanes, or forklifts, or any high heat producing equipment such as lasers and CAT scanners.
Evans Cooling Systems is always looking to the future to improve the technology of thermal heat transfer fluids, the cooling industry, and our product line of unique coolants and cooling products. Our research, development, and patenting of coolant improvements, for example, increasing heat transfer by suspending nanoparticles in coolants, is ongoing, and we believe the possibilities are endless.
This is a GreenSource Pro Kit HHO generator designed for engines up to 7 liters in size. Today we are flow testing the unit to demonstrate both output and efficiency of the cell. To do this, we will measure the time required to fill a half-liter bottle with HHO. The red line just shown has been calibrated to 500 milliliters, and when it becomes visible in the flow meter, marks the end of the test. The current setting is 13.7 amps and took 36 seconds to complete the test, representing 0.83 liters per minute. Hydrogen output is proportional to current. The maximum output of ProKit is 2.2 liters per minute at 34 amps. This is a perfectly optimized generator. Faraday's laws of electrolysis states that 16 amps of current are required to make 1 liter of HHO per minute. At the current setting that we tested at, we could only ever expect 0.85 liters per minute, which was confirmed in this experiment.
Well, for many of us, the rising costs at the gas pumps has our budget stretched to the limit and wondering what we can do about it. Well, one person in Herman has stopped wondering and started acting. And as Wayne Harvey shows us, he's getting pretty impressive results.
Todd Eaton was getting 15 miles per gallon with his 6-cylinder Jeep Wrangler. Now he's getting 22 miles per gallon. It happened after he put a pair of hydrogen cells under the hood.
What it does is it lets the petroleum burn more efficiently. Increases it almost by half. You could get up to 75% to 80% efficiency.
He's experimented on 2 Jeeps, and both increased their fuel economy by more than 40%. It took a lot of research and some errors to get everything just right.
Electricity is fed into positive plates, and electricity is fed into negative plates. From there you get a chemical reaction. The water's actually, the hydrogen and the oxygen is separated from the water and bubbles to the surface.
The only byproduct after the hydrogen gas is put into the engine cylinders is water, and that comes out of the exhaust. Eaton had his in place during this winter, and even when the water in the cells did freeze, it wasn't an issue.
Just turning the key and letting the cells warm themselves up, it went ahead and melted the ice and then worked as normal.
Todd has bigger plans for his hydrogen cells.
With the vehicles, it's just a hobby for me. My big picture is how can I incorporate this with my house? How can I incorporate this into lowering my heating costs and possibly my electrical bill?
It's an answer that a lot of people are looking for. Wayne Harvey, WABI, TV5 News.
Burning desire to make this planet as eco-friendly as possible, and he's doing his part by driving a water-fueled Jeep, of all things. Here's this week's Green Report.
It's my toy and it's my daily driver.
Scott Bowman became proud owner of this 1961 Jeep CJ5 close to 8 years ago. But only recently did he convert it into a hybrid, using water to eventually turn into hydrogen. And for a cost of less than $100.
Water fuel cells, as the coils are going, you can see the hose, the main hose, it just goes right to my carburetor, and the vacuum line, it takes it right on into the carburetor and burns it.
Before, he used to average around 20 miles per gallon, but now that number is up to 33.
You can definitely tell it runs quieter, it runs cooler, and my emissions are almost next to nothing. It's going to be nice and bumpy, so hold on.
All right. Bowman knows he's in this for the long haul. He even uses retread truck tires to prove it, requiring only 7 gallons of oil per tire. Normally, it's 3 times this amount to actually produce a tire. Special tires, special fuel. Sure, he's riding on a lot here, but to him, it makes all the difference.